months of whispers, cryptic messages, and behind-the-scenes tension, Jasmine Bleu has finally broken her silence. And let me tell you, what she just revealed is shaking the industry to its core. Did she just expose Mendeecees in the most brutal way possible? Hold on, this isn't just a casual spill-the-tea moment. No, this is far bigger. We're talking secret meetings, hidden connections, and a scandal so explosive that even Yandy Smith might not be able to handle it. When I say exposed, I mean exposed. What's really happening? How deep does this connection go? And most importantly, what does this mean for Mendeecees and Yandy's already fragile marriage? Screenshots have surfaced, audio clips are in play, and an entire web of lies is about to crumble. Buckle up, because this is about to get messy. You do not want to miss a second of this drama. All right, let's rewind a bit, because this scandal has been brewing for a long time. If you've been following, you already know that Mendeecees and Yandy have had their fair share of ups and downs. But this might just be the final nail in the coffin. Reports are flying that Mendeecees has been getting way too close to Jasmine Bleu. And no, we're not just talking about friendly conversations. With legal troubles, cheating allegations, and marital chaos already in play, this could be the breaking point. We're talking about late-night rendezvous, secret text messages, and some very suspicious business dealings that do not look like business at all. And before you say, oh, this is just rumors, let me tell you, Jasmine Bleu just dropped receipts. And when her name came up, Mendeecees immediately got defensive. People started asking, why was he acting so tense? What exactly was he trying to hide? Well, turns out a lot. Because Jasmine Bleu just revealed a side of this mess that no one saw coming. According to Jasmine, she's been involved with Mendeecees for quite some time now. And before you assume, this isn't just casual business talk. This is something deeper, something that could destroy everything Mendeecees has been trying to hold together. So how did this all start? Well, according to our inside sources, and trust me, they're reliable, Mendeecees and Jasmine have been way too close for a long time. In fact, some claim that while Mendeecees was playing the loyal husband role in public behind the scenes, he was flirting, texting, and who knows what else. And let me tell you, Yandy is nobody's fool. She might have kept it cool on TV, but she's had a gut feeling for a while, and now she has every reason to question everything. Because Jasmine Bleu just laid it all out. The puzzle pieces are clicking into place, and things are not looking good for Mendeecees. This scandal is about to explode, and we are just getting started. And if you thought it couldn't get any messier, think again. Jasmine Bleu is now saying that this situation is way deeper than anyone realized. She claims that Mendeecees has been playing both sides, acting like a devoted family man while secretly living a whole other life. And let me tell you, the internet is currently eating this up. The moment this tea spilled, social media went into overdrive. People are saying things like, not men out here moving like a city boy while acting like a loyal husband on TV. And honestly, they might have a point. Because let's be real, something always felt off. He was dodging questions, deflecting suspicions, and now the big question is, did Yandy really not know? Or was she the last to find out? Because let's be clear, this is BLATNTLYDS And listen, the internet is not letting Mendeecees off the hook. He's getting dragged everywhere. And from the looks of it, this might just be the one scandal he can't escape. But hold on, let's talk about Jasmine Bleu for a second. Because while some people are rallying behind her, others are questioning, why now? But let's be real. If she's telling the truth, maybe she was scared to speak out. We all know how these entangled situations work. Women stay silent out of fear of backlash, fear of the truth getting twisted. But now, she's finally spilling everything, and judging by how much tea she's serving, she's been holding on to this for a long time. And to make things even worse, Remember when Mendeecees was posting those cryptic messages about loyalty and how people change when they can't control you? Well, sources say that wasn't random at all. In fact, many believe he was targeting Jasmine Bleu specifically, like he knew she was about to expose everything. And let's not even get started on Yandy's reaction, because rumor has it, sis is not taking this lightly. But wait, this scandal is even more twisted than we thought. And trust me, the next phase of this mess is about to take things to a whole new level. Stay locked in, because this is far from over. Prepare yourself because the real shocker is about to drop. Now that you know the backstory, let's get into the real drama, because this scandal is escalating by the minute. The moment Jasmine Bleu made her claims public, the internet went into full-on FBI mode. People started digging through old videos, screenshots, and even recorded conversations, and let me tell you, some of these receipts are jaw-dropping. First of all, remember how Mendeecees always dodged questions about his past relationships. Anytime someone brought it up, he'd either switch the topic or get super defensive. Well, turns out there was a reason for that, because guess who was always there in his timeline? Jasmine freaking Bleu. Fans even pulled up old footage of him talking about his past, and now, people are questioning whether he was talking about a random ex or Jasmine Bleu herself. Because the way she's telling it now, she was never ready for what he put her through. And listen, while we always have to take these claims with a grain of salt, the streets are saying Jasmine Bleu has proof. And if that's true, Mendeecees might have just played himself. But hold on. Let's talk about those leaky text messages, because babe, this is where it gets messy. Messages have been flying around the internet, and if even half of them are real, Mendeecees is in serious trouble. One of the messages allegedly says, "I hate how we gotta keep this low-key, but you know what's really going on between us." Excuse me, sir. Well, VPE. Keeping what low-key? And why does it sound like this has been going on for a long time? And then there's another message, purportedly from Jasmine Bleu herself. She allegedly wrote, "I kept quiet because I didn't want to be messy. But you know this ain't just that." Oh my God, what exactly is she talking about? Because if this isn't just that, then what is it? And listen, we're just scratching the surface, because the next part of this scandal might be the most explosive one yet. Stay tuned, because this is far from over. This isn't just some light flirting, you know. It sounds like a serious covered issue that has been going on behind Yandy's back for perhaps an indeterminate amount of time. And listen, the fans aren't playing along. For entertainment purposes, detectives are examining old interviews, social media posts, and even old love and hip-hop clips to see if there were any clues that we all missed. In all honesty, the Mendeecees had been performing for a few years, so the clues were plentiful. Because let's not forget, this is the same man who previously acknowledged that, had the circumstances been different, he wasn't sure if Yandy would have held him down the way she did for him if he had been doing time in prison. Oh, you forgot. Let me remind you. In one of the most well-known incidents from Love and Hip Hop, Mendeecees informed Yandy directly that he might not have been as devoted to her as she was to him if she had been imprisoned. I apologize, sir. What did you just say? Now that all these accusations have been made, since he was already acknowledging on TV that his devotion wasn't assured, what do you all believe was going on behind closed doors? Let me tell you, Yandy isn't taking this situation lightly, sis. This revelation has made people view that moment very differently. The main clues: she's been posting cryptic messages, throwing shady remarks, and making it very evident that she is not here for the drama. She recently shared a quote that said, "A woman who knows her worth doesn't entertain clowns." That isn't just a quote, sweetheart. That's a whole statement. And if we know Yandy, she's not the kind to just overlook the situation. Given the current state of affairs, this might be the beginning of the end for her and Mendeecees, because, let's face it, how many more rumors are we supposed to ignore before we start believing them? Speaking of reality, the rabbit hole gets even deeper because, according to certain sources, Jasmine Bleu wasn't simply a supporting character in the situation. Oh no, she supposedly had some financial ties to Mendeecees as well. Turns out there were several business transactions that didn't match up, some money being sent around that didn't quite make sense. And if this is accurate, Mendeecees may not only be dealing with marital difficulties but also legal troubles. Not to mention, Mendeecees already has a history. You know who else has been unusually silent during all of this? The law. We're talking about a man who served a significant amount of time for drug-related charges. So if there is any indication that this Jasmine Bleu situation involves financial malfeasance, it's over. Nothing is being denied by Jasmine Bleu's own staff. And as you all know, where there's smoke, there's fire. But this is where things get really interesting because it seems like Jasmine Bleu has been implying that she might be releasing more. Yes, you heard correctly. More receipts are on the way. According to her, what she has revealed thus far is only the beginning. And if the beginning was this ugly, you can only imagine what's next. But here's the real question. Will Mendeecees finally speak up and clear his name, or will Jasmine Bleu reveal even more details that will make it impossible for him to talk his way out of this? Either way, this situation is about to reach level 10 mayhem, and you already know we'll be right here to break it all down. But wait, you're not ready for what's coming next, because part 3 is about to reveal everything. Just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, it does. The fallout from this scandal is on another level of drama. This is escalating at breakneck speed. What started as whispers and shady text messages has now evolved into a full-fledged investigation. And no, we're not just talking about fans piecing things together on social media. We're talking about real legal issues brewing beneath the surface. Because guess what? There are now rumors that authorities are beginning to look more closely at Mendeecees' money. Yes, you heard me correctly. It seems that all of this drama with Jasmine Bleu has raised some big red flags, and now many are wondering where his money has been moving lately. As you may recall, his finances have been shifting around a lot, but what if I told you that this time, it might be even worse? According to insiders, certain recent commercial transactions involving Jasmine Bleu and Mendeecees don't line up, and if that's true, babe, we might be in for a whole new level of scandal. Let's examine the money trail because something isn't right. Remember how I said that people were digging through financial records? Well, what if I told you there were consulting fees and company investments that connected Mendeecees and Jasmine Bleu, and some of those transactions appear really suspicious according to sources? I'm not saying he was using money to keep her silent, but if the shoe fits, kid. Moreover, some of these transactions allegedly took place while Mendeecees was still incarcerated. Excuse me, sir, but how are you transferring funds from a prison cell? People are now questioning whether Jasmine Bleu was merely a past romantic interest or if she was involved in something much bigger. But hold on, because it gets even messier. Yandy is definitely done with all of this. She has been posting cryptic messages nonstop, and she isn't even trying to be subtle anymore. One of her recent Instagram stories shows a photo of herself in a business meeting with the caption, "Ain't no clown show over here. Boss moves only." If that's not an obvious shot at Mendeecees, I don't know what is. And remember, Yandy has always been focused on her work. She's never been the type to sit around and let a man's mess drag her down. So if she's clearly concentrating on her bag rather than his nonsense, baby, we may be looking at the end of this marriage. But wait, because the real news just dropped. According to some sources, Yandy has already spoken to a divorce lawyer. So yeah, this isn't just about embarrassment anymore. Mendeecees might actually be putting her in legal trouble. Just think about what would happen if authorities started looking into his finances and Yandy's name popped up anywhere on those records. The D word is officially on the table. And can we really blame her? Meanwhile, Jasmine Bleu isn't done talking. Just when we thought she was finished spilling tea, sources say there are more documents that could implicate Mendeecees. But let's be real, Yandy is way too smart to let that happen. She built her empire from the ground up, and there's no way she's letting Mendeecees drama bring her down. Because guess what? There are now rumors that authorities are beginning to look more closely at Mendeecees' money. Yes, you heard me correctly. It seems that all of this drama with Jasmine Bleu has raised some big red flags, and now many are wondering where his money has been moving lately. As you may recall, his finances have been shifting around a lot, but what if I told you that this time, it might be even worse? According to insiders, certain recent commercial transactions involving Jasmine Bleu and Mendeecees don't line up, and if that's true, babe, we might be in for a whole new level of scandal. Let's examine the money trail because something isn't right. Remember how I said that people were digging through financial records? Well, what if I told you there were consulting fees and company investments that connected Mendeecees and Jasmine Bleu, and some of those transactions appear really suspicious according to sources? I'm not saying he was using money to keep her silent, but if the shoe fits, kid. Moreover, some of these transactions allegedly took place while Mendeecees was still incarcerated. Excuse me, sir, but how are you transferring funds from a prison cell? People are now questioning whether Jasmine Bleu was merely a past romantic interest or if she was involved in something much bigger. But hold on, because it gets even messier, Yandy is definitely done with all of this. She has been posting cryptic messages nonstop, and she isn't even trying to be subtle anymore. One of her recent Instagram stories shows a photo of herself in a business meeting with the caption, "Ain't no clown show over here, boss moods only." If that's not an obvious shot at Mendeecees, I don't know what is. And remember, Yandy has always been focused on her work. She's never been the type to sit around and let a man's mess drag her down. So if she's clearly concentrating on her bag rather than his nonsense, baby, we may be looking at the end of this marriage. But wait, because the real news just dropped. According to some sources, Yandy has already spoken to a divorce lawyer. So yeah, this isn't just about embarrassment anymore. Mendeecees might actually be putting her in legal trouble. Just think about what would happen if authorities started looking into his finances and Yandy's name popped up anywhere on those records. The D word is officially on the table, and can we really blame her? Meanwhile, Jasmine Bleu isn't done talking. Just when we thought she was finished spilling tea, sources say there are more documents that could implicate Mendeecees. But let's be real, Yandy is way too smart to let that happen. She built her empire from the ground up, and there's no way she's letting Mendeecees' drama bring her down. When asked if she had more evidence in a recent interview, Jasmine said, "I haven't even scratched the surface yet." Excuse me, ma'am, what else do you have? Before anyone could process that, she spilled the beans and revealed that she was holding on to even more receipts. Now, everyone is wondering, will she reveal additional text messages? Because the truth always comes out. She knows something, and the streets are speculating that she may be waiting for the perfect moment to drop her next set of receipts. Could there even be video evidence or recorded phone conversations? Because let's face it, if she has further proof, Mendeecees is done for. And this isn't just about him and Yandy anymore. This could ruin his entire reputation, his businesses, and maybe even his freedom in the future. Now, we have to ask the big question. Will Mendeecees finally face these accusations head-on? Will Jasmine expose him completely? Will Yandy officially file for divorce and leave him for good? Let's be real. If there's one thing we've learned from celebrity scandals, it's that things always get worse before they get better. This situation is a ticking time bomb, and the fans and investigators are watching every single move. Warning, if you thought this was the end of the drama, baby, you're in for another shock, because this is just getting started. Make sure you all stay tuned, keep those notifications on, and stay locked in, because the moment more tea spills, we'll be right here to break it all down. But before we wrap this up, let me ask you something. Do you think Mendeecees is really guilty, or is this all a huge misunderstanding? Should Yandy leave for good, or does she still have some fight left? And what is Jasmine Bleu hiding? I have a feeling she's not done yet, so drop a comment below. This discussion is far from over, and if you want more explosive celebrity scandals, don't forget to hit that bell notification. Because trust me, this tea is just heating up, baby.